Daddy, you start, let it be.
But the high note comes in later.
That you let it be. That I'll say.
Yeah, you're so bubbly and glowing and so full of life.
Thank
like
you.
a soda. You wanted a grand coming out.
Who doesn't? Now look at me. अगला सवाल 1.5 लाख रुपए के लिए जो आप ही मुझे देंगे.
करोड़ के नीचे मैं आंसर नहीं करता है.
So initially it was very tough for me. I'll tell you that, and I don't like saying that again. I like to celebrate my victories, but I think that there are certain conversations where you should say it was terrible.
A child like you will have to say that this is where you actually failed me. Speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be.
Let it be. What does one say after this? Now you end the episode. Yeah, I remember this picture. I was crying. This is when? This is
When
after
we went for your mundan.
Explains the good hair. And because I was crying,
This is also.
I think you also shaved your hair off.
Yeah.
What a great dad.
I'm a perfect egghead.
Who'd say you're touching 70, Dad? Male beauty is very underrated. You should be the poster boy.
Nahi re.
Shall we sit?
Sure.
After you.
Come. Hi, I'm Sushant Aka, Rani Kohenur's dad, Pradeep.
Namaskar, namaste, and namasle. This is Sushant Divgikr, and I am Pradeep Divgikar's child. And you are watching us on BeAParentYaar.
Season 2.
All right, shall we play a game, Dad?
Sure.
How well do you know me, and how well do I know you? Do you want to pick up the first chit?
I'm
scared.
excited to find out.
I'm scared.
What's Sushant's hidden talent? Hidden, huh? Everybody knows Rani is a damn good singer and all that.
You know?
I reckon so.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. It's wrong, I think. I've written dancing, but you've written an artist. Artist is dancing. Dancing,
Okay.
dancer is
No,
also
I
an
didn't mean a
artist.
performing. What I mean.
But you meant
like
that.
drawing.
Say it, na?
People know that you dance very well.
Yeah.
But not many people know that you actually draw very well.
I paint well. What's one song you both love listening to and we can sing it together? We sing it at karaoke, Dad. And you make me sing the high notes, so please write that. On the count of 3, I hope you've written the right one, Dad, please. Ready?
Let me see your answer.
Hey Jude.
I'm sorry. The song Hey Jude also you joined, but
Let It Be.
Let It Be is the one.
By the Beatles, yeah.
By the Beatles again. Both are by the Beatles. Beatles are my eternal favorites.
Okay,
because Let
something
It Be
that was-
the high notes. I invariably ask Sushant to bail me out.
Ask. Daddy, you start. Let it be.
But the high note comes in later.
That you let it be. That I'll say.
Yeah. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. For in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be.
Let it be. Let it be. Let it be. There will be an answer. Let it be.
Thank you.
Yay! We sing this song very well as well. Okay, come on. Your chance, Dad. Your turn.
One word to describe Sushant.
How I can say like that? I have to be modest.
I hope I don't get exposed with poor spellings. I pride
Dad, your
myself.
vocabulary is like.
No, I pride myself on good spelling, but
Mr.
sometimes
Tharoor has
nowadays.
some competition. You always call me this. I mean, but
I'll show you my answer.
So also because I sometimes look like Ravina, so I don't know. Okay, should we?
Yeah.
I said ravishing.
Mine is effervescent.
See, now you're understanding what I'm saying?
No, but
You're
that's
from
what you are.
Bangalore.
You are so full of. You're so bubbly and glowing and so full of life. You're effervescent.
Thank
like
you.
a soda. Forever popping up. You're never down.
Okay.
One song to describe Pradeep, that's me. One song
Oh God.
to describe And I have to think what you think could be the song that describes me.
I too, whenever I pray, even yesterday, I think of you and mom. So I would say one of my prayers. Brahma Vishnu Ani Maheshwara Samohe Basale Malahe Datta Guru Disale. That's one song. I always remember you and mom because mom used to sing this to me. So I think whenever I sing, I think of how mom and dad would react. And because you all both are always there for most of my shows. And so you all are always in the front row cheering me on. So any song I sing, I think of you. We have won this game collectively.
Give ourselves a pat on the back.
Amazing.
So Rani,
Yes.
tell me, what is your favorite childhood memory with me?
I think
There are many, but
there are many. Did someone drown me or Karan?
No. That was another girl came and took Karan away from me at resort.
So
You
cute,
weren't
and
in
she
the-
nearly drowned my brother.
You weren't in
Bitch.
this world.
Sorry.
No.
Yeah.
That poor child, I mean,
Okay.
she just kind of...
Yeah, no, but my fond memories were not Karan drowning. My fond memories were you taking us both out and making sure that we had so much time with you all. And I think that mummy and you used to take us, Karan and me, both for weekend,
Getaways.
yes, to the retreat and then to Lonavala. Also, I think when you were General Secretary of the Greater Mumbai Amateur Aquatic Association, and I would win the individual championship, and you had to take my name very proudly. And I would like that the organization also they were quite smart. They were cool cats. They would make you come to the podium and then give me my award. So I thought that that was very emotional for me. Winning, but getting the award from you.
Yeah. In fact, it was held against me for the longest time that I don't speak enough about you and Karan when you all won.
I agree.
Because I felt that you can't go on trumpeting about your child in public. So I would just say this race was won by, but for the others, I go overboard. So a lot of parents came and told me, I think, Pradeep, you need to say a little more about your children. They're doing well here. Anyway.
Okay.
This is about your coming out story. All right?
Oh my God. I've had 3, so.
करण ने आकर तुम्हारी मॉम और मुझे तुम्हारे बारे में कहा था. Was it a reason you thought you couldn't approach us, or what was the barrier, or you didn't want to speak with us? What was inhibiting you, or what prevented you? Knowing the fact, and I say this with a lot of pride, it's not a boast, it's a fact, that we hail from a progressive modern family, and we are not caged and all that in our thought process. We've always been encouraging. What prevented you went and performed, and of course Karan didn't squeal exactly.
Poor thing.
I mean, like how it was a
My
concern.
brother should be.
It was something new that the family hadn't known.
Here. I actually wanted to tell you all. I wanted to tell.
You wanted a grand coming out.
Who doesn't? Now look at me. I don't want a fika, I want everything larger than life. And I think that the fact that we're sitting and having this conversation is a privilege. A lot of kids don't get that.
I want this message to go loud and clear.
इससे ज़्यादा मैं क्या
Yeah. No, I want this really message to let people know that that's how cool it is.
It is.
To be LGBTQI, A+ and anything else.
Straight, gay,
A child is a child is a child.
Yeah, a child is a child. And I think that you've taught me that. And so today
Unconditional love.
Yeah. Today when I look back, I didn't not want to tell you. Why would I not want to tell you? Like, but I also didn't need it to be tattooed on my head, Like I didn't.
Yeah. Even I believe so.
Yeah.
There's no need of going and standing on the rooftop and saying that I'm gay, or I'm transgender.
For example, a doctor is a doctor.
Yeah.
Whether straight or gay or trans, doesn't matter. Their nomenclature should be doctor.
Correct.
Like, therefore, as an artist, I didn't want to be tagged as a transgender artist or a transgender singer. So I didn't want to, because I knew that y'all were going to be accepting and loving me anyway.
I mean, Was there something holding you back? Was there an element of doubt?
There was
that,
nothing holding me
am
back. I wanted
The
to
law
come
was
in.
not on our side.
I didn't care because I
377.
knew it would get
Even we
there.
didn't care, but we had to be mindful.
But the thing is that I was never scared of y'all. I told Karan first because he was dating one of my best friends back then. And I came out to them first, my friends.
You told me that.
Yeah. And then when I came out to the whole group, she said to him that if Sushant comes out to you and if you're not nice, I'm going to drop you like a hot potato. So he was probably scared of that. And then and then, he got agitated and he showed his bravado and I'm your brother. How can you be like this? I said, yeah, but exactly. You are my brother, but are you like me? No, na. So it's okay to
fine.
be, yeah. And then maybe he came and told you, but me and Jui were anyway supposed to come and tell you and mom together.
A little fact, I have said this over and over again, but briefly I'll just say this for those who do not know. Before Sushant could actually come out to me, since Karan said about this, he didn't really squeal, but he just said, are you aware about Sushant attending gay parties and performing and all? I just casually mentioned this to him and asked him to confirm whether this is true. Without batting an eyelid, Sushi then said, yes, Dad, I'm gay. And I just gave then Sushi, who was a gay then, who identified as a gay, a big warm hug. And I said, it doesn't really matter. You're my child, and unconditional love is something that I as a parent owe you. And that's how the bond grew even thicker. And after that, since 377 was very much in existence when this all happened, Bharti and I made a conscious effort to attend all his shows because, we were still worried that there was a certain amount of bullying that could happen from law enforcing agencies and stuff like that. Though, she was then very perfectly capable of taking care of herself and she knew what the law is and all that. But sometimes some people can come down very heavily on you and all that. So we actually bolstered her confidence and made sure that it would never ever prevent her from being herself. I think that's Bharti and my greatest contribution to Sushant is that at every turn of event, insofar as gender identity and stuff like that is concerned, we've been wholeheartedly supporting.
So, Dad, when I was growing up, there was not much information readily available on how you can best raise your queer kid or best raise your kid even. How did you manage to raise me so well?
You kind of answered the question. I raised you like any other kid.
Yeah.
It didn't really matter to me that, you're straight, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer. It didn't really matter to us at all. In those days, I do agree that this was, these were like careless whispers. People would just speak. I mean, nobody spoke about it. Yeah, it was all hush-hush, behind the scenes kind of thing. I really don't know why, but that's how it was. And I always, the thing is, though it wasn't there, I let modesty desert me for a while, for a bit. I just felt that what's the big deal is the thing that I still, that has been my credo. What's the big deal? I mean, my child is my child. I mean, she is Rani Kohenur and in fact, if anything today, I'll share this. This is very interesting. Yesterday when I went to buy stuff from a guy around the corner, he's a Sushant ke papa ho na? I've been around here for 68 years in this bloody I know his father and this guy and his wife, she's a very sweet girl also. They're saying, you're Sushant's dad, no? I said, yeah.
But I remember there was this time when you asked me, if I have any questions, I'll ask and I will read about it.
I didn't read. You asked me whether I read.
There was no information.
So I take a lot of pride in that also, that I did not bother to pick up all manuals and all about this because I said books cannot teach you anything. Parenting is so organic, you just grow. Each child has got, each parent has a different set of problems or are blessed that their children are very good or their children are little naughty, mischievous. It's an experience for us. We weren't born parents. We were children ourselves. I just want to keep it simple. This person, she is my child and she now identifies as a transgender. So what? She's a transgender. She's my child. That's a fact, and she recognizes me as a parent, and we love that. We love each
And
other.
what? Then keep
And
it
what?
moving.
Yeah.
Keep it
and as a
moving.
parent, now whatever dream or whatever this that you need to fulfill, I mean, whatever little way I can help or be of any help, I will be. I mean, I'm supposed to do that.
Yes.
That's when I bring you into this world, I have certain responsibilities. I can't just say, I've raised you to 18, now go fend for yourself. I don't belong to that class of parents. I think the bond has got to be inextricable, and if anything, it only grows stronger. But on parenting an LGBTQI kid and all, I think it has to come from here. It has to come from here, it has to come from here, but mainly from the heart, yeah.
What does one say after this? Now you end the episode. But, okay. So we've spoken about this, and I have gotten information from a lot of people about your parents.
My parents.
Yeah, we didn't have the good fortune of meeting them ever. At least I didn't. Was Karan born when? No. So, yeah. But I've heard such good things about my grandmother, who you used to call by her name, by the way. Tell us that. Your relationship with your parents.
My relation with my parents, fantastic. My mother had to endure a lot. Again, I'm not going to be afraid to say that my father was a wonderful human being, but sadly he was an alcoholic. And he came from a very distinguished family. My father was heavily introverted. He couldn't easily mingle with people. He was to himself. He was a voracious reader. But the sad part is he was an alcoholic. That apart. But today what I am is because of him, and my mother took a lot of pains. And our father was a great inspiration. I became a sports person for whatever little I could accomplish. His dreams I couldn't fulfill. He wanted me to be an Arjuna awardee and stuff like that. That was his dream. But I didn't measure up. I mean, I tried my best, but I think I didn't have enough talent. And I'm very frank about it. He wasn't disappointed with me, maybe heart of heart, and that had no correlation with his being an alcoholic. Huh? He was already an alcoholic. He just loved me to death. It was like that. And my father never felt, maybe heart of heart, he would have felt that dream was not fulfilled. But he never once said it, or he never castigated me, or never ridiculed or humiliated me that you're a failure.
Also, I would like to contest that my father is an amazing sports person. In my opinion, I think an award, like an Arjuna award, should be conferred on someone, and they shouldn't be filing for you to gift it to them or to...
That I'm against. But anyway, I would be...
Having said that, moving on, switch.
I have a very important question, because you've been, a godmother to a lot of children. I've seen a lot of, they call you mama, they call you mama. You mother a lot of transgender and other kids also who belong to the community. What actually inspired you, or what drove you to make this choice?
I think I have to just say this. The parenthood that I experienced from mom and you was so overflowing with love and so overflowing with acceptance. And I would not say acceptance, more than that, I would say respect. Correct. And you respected Karan's choices, my choices, and whether it was what we wanted to study, what our first jobs were. There was no sifarish given. This is the only family that probably doesn't believe in nepotism. No nepo. This should be our hashtag. And I think that dad just said, you want to go for this job interview, go get it. When I noticed that you let us be and navigate and
your paths.
Sort of, and circumnavigate. Also, it taught us the ways of life. It taught us how to be a better person, how to be street smart.
Find your niche.
Find my niche. And I think that that's how chosen families are found also, is that, in such circumstances when you feel that, you're alone, and then you see and meet someone like you, I think they found me, my kids found me. And I think when they call me, oh, you're a mother, but I was like, I'm a mother because of the children. Like, if they didn't take me as a mother or somebody that could provide, I wouldn't be able to give them that love.
So I'll just butt in here for a moment. you're not just godmothering them. I think you're also kind of mentoring them. So you're playing the role. Not every parent is a damn good mentor. Huh? Make one thing clear.
I think the mentoring part comes because there was a time when I was doing television when I was very young. I was in my teens and I didn't see many people like me. And so I said that, if I'm going to go and be nominated and win all these awards and stuff, and I don't have people like me in the audience who's really cheering for me, and I know I might probably do a better job than most other people, I want my people also to be there.
Out there.
And not be excluded because they are ये ट्रांस है, ये गे है, इसके लिए इसको nomination मत दो. I have to say that there is one very famous award show that actually told us that we are actually confused as to where to nominate Rani because she sung very well. We want to nominate her, but where do we nominate her? So I was like, we are still there.
Female or male, that way you mean?
Yes. So I was like...
Quite clearly, if you're singing in falsetto, it will be the female singer.
That's what I said. And then they were like, no, but we don't want any, we want to play it safe. These are their words. So I said, I don't want to play it safe. I want to make sure that the kids understand. I have many straight kids also, many male and female kids also.
Absolutely.
And it could be any gender, it could be any color, it could be a right-handed, left-handed, gay, lesbian, straight, doesn't matter. So I think that is what I learned from you, is that unconditional love and support. And the mentorship I learned because I didn't have it. I'll say that.
Okay.
In my chosen years, chosen work, my vocation, I didn't have it. You didn't know much about that.
Yeah.
So you all gave me love.
You charted your own path. I'll completely give it to you.
So initially it was very tough for me, I'll tell you that, and I don't like saying that again. I like to celebrate my victories, but I think that there are certain conversations where you should say, it was terrible. I never came home and I cried to you all, because I think that's another thing, is that when you come home with, it's at least, because when I used to see my parents, everything used to be like, okay, when I used to come home to you all. And that's why even today, it's very comforting. It was very comforting to know that you guys are there at home and I could just hug you all and, eat a good meal and sleep. And I think that was my safety net and it was my comfort net. And then I had to wake up again and go back and endure, the world's gaze as if I was some exotic species, which I kind of am.
You are.
But not in the negative, not in a derogatory way.
Before you realized and you identified yourself as first gay and then transgender, do you think anything that was lacking or, like I use the word, inadequate in me and Bharti as parents, which you would like to offer to the children you are parenting?
No, I don't think it was inadequate. I just think that you all were not capable of, or you all were not equipped to understand my industry, or, as an artist, as a performance artist. Like, if I came and told you why I didn't get booked, you would just be like, okay, you do better. But there are many layers to not
find out. Absolutely.
And I think that...
I was lacking, absolutely.
And I think
I had
it's
no
not...
knowledge, actually.
Yeah, it's just basically because it's not your chosen, vocation. And so... You all were not equipped. I would not say I was agitated because you all couldn't give me that. But I think that's also why I didn't come home and talk to you about the hard days. I would talk to someone like a Sheetal Didi.
Okay.
Or I would speak to Karan also. In fact, when I told Karan about this one time when this guy tried to act fresh with me, he went and beat him up.
Yeah, his easiest way of solving this is using this, which I don't think is the right thing to do. But anyway.
Yeah, but I also kind of know that But you know what Karan taught me is very good, because today when I walk into a room, people are shit scared anyway. So I'm towering over them, and I think that the way you hold yourself gracefully and conduct yourself, I think when respect is also commanded.
It is and not demanded.
You would never demand it. And I think this is also something I learned from you. But then in practice, I had to learn it in function when I was at job. So if I would come and tell you something, you all would just be like, yeah, whatever. Maybe you would give me a hug and comfort me, which you all always did. And I didn't tell you, but I would just come and be overtly expressive and unnecessarily kiss you all. And that was because I needed those hugs and kisses. So yeah. Okay. As a trans person and a public personality, I've been a constant receiver of hate, discrimination, and just general trolling. People are, now how
National pastime.
national pastime trolling. While I've come to build a thick skin about it, clearly, how is it for you as a father watching your child get bullied? That's another thing what Karan has taught me. I think we should put one effigy of Karan here. Has taught me how to fight my battles and also conduct myself in a way where nobody is with me, basically. And I think Dad is also very happy about it. And Dad notices that also. I never see.
No.
I don't think you've ever seen
My
anyone.
response to that is being a public figure, you're wont to be trolled also. Because today, like I said, guys who have achieved nothing in life or do nothing, know nothing, are passing judgment and, ज्ञान बांट रहा है बोलते हैं ना in Hindi. Confidently. With bad grammar, whether it's English or Hindi or जो भी बोलेगा, लिखेगा, without understanding, without knowledge. So that's there. So that you completely disregard. But when someone who is otherwise revered as someone who's sane and also sometimes makes an stupid statement, that is when actually you get worked up. That why isn't God giving this person enough wisdom not to open his mouth or, at such occasion. There are people, and we've discussed them also. So about your being bullied on a personal level, I don't know, but it doesn't really bother me because I know that trolls are trolls. They are
The word defines
an occupational hazard for some performer like you because you're Rani Kohenur and you sing well, you're acting, you're a host and you're a video jockey and
that is past tense, but
it is something that those people are none of this. So you'll never see. Again, I'm giving an example. It's
troll them, Daddy. Troll the trolls.
It doesn't bother me, but as a parent, I would be concerned if my child is being bullied or something. I would definitely do everything within my power to make sure it doesn't happen. Maybe take legal recourse or even go to the police or something. If something that dramatic happens.
Yes.
But otherwise, I know you're perfectly capable of taking care of such.
I like that little.
Yeah. I don't need to even get
I love
there.
it. That's the confidence, Dad. And rightly so, huh? I'll tell you.
Absolutely. You can take care of yourself.
Yes. Okay, so in India, अभी तक हमारी community की existence को पूरी तरह normalize नहीं किया गया. And 2000s तो एक अलग ही मुफट ज़माना था और मुझे पता है आपको भी काफ़ी बातें सुननी पड़ी थी. I mean, as a parent, and I have seen you deal with all of it with so much strength. This is true. And have there been any incidents that you didn't tell me about because you wanted to protect me?
Not really. A very close relative of ours also was not.
Yeah, but
it didn't matter. But even that person fell in line. When that person realized that I am so strongly supporting, that's why I said parental support to any child with a diverse, gender identification is very, very critical. If the parent disregards or leaves that child in the lurch, then it's a
free for all.
It's a free for all. Everybody will हाथ बहती गंगा में हाथ धो रहे हैं ना, वैसे होता है वो. Though, and to answer your question, I think I did pretty well for myself without getting agitated, without using a single bad word also. I just said this is what it is and I'm perfectly okay and that is what really matters to my child. And everybody then realized. But by and large, I'm saying no one in our,
in our circle.
And all, just look at the neighbors.
No, my God, they love me.
They all
love it.
Not
in
one person has ever made any caustic comment or something.
Never.
If they speak in their bedrooms, it's not my problem at all. But in public,
also,
it's never. In fact, they're all proud to say, she's my neighbor.
They do. Please listen to all of this. This is like a handbook of parenting.
Nairi.
This is a handbook.
There are innumerable, maybe in lakhs and crores, people who are better parents than I am.
Switch. Now your chance.
Okay. I also want to know about your experiences on bullying. Has it affected your mental health sometimes? Have you been bullied? So that would be the first question. How do you deal with it? And what happens when you see your kids getting hate? Have there been incidents that you could share where your kids have been hated and that has disturbed you, or you've been bullied, and how have you coped up with it? How have you dealt with it?
I had been bullied in school, but then I fought back. Yeah,
Very good.
you know.
I'm proud.
See, I mean,
No, because you
no, but
got-
I've said it also that, you know, but it never
24 hours,
reached y'all.
nobody will be with you.
But because I think once or twice I was called also to the principal's office, and she had asked me, then she confiscated my badge because I was games captain, sports captain for some time, and you know, all of that. But I was like, he touched me, he, you know, violated my space. I punched him. You know, I'm not going to let him do something, then you call my parents and be like, oh, and then shout at his parents. So we'll just sort it out here. You touch me, I'll touch you, but I'll touch you with velocity, you know. And that I thank Karan again for. Karan is here. I would like to thank Karan because he would practice on me, you know, and then I would be tougher. And they would say to every child, don't try this at home on TV. But he would definitely try it on me, these moves. And when I
What
see
about
that
your
happening
kids?
to my kids, I train them also. I've told them also, you have to. See, because I won't be there all the time to protect you. And there will be circumstances and there will be a time where I won't be there anymore.
Sure.
And so I think you need to also be
Has
the
there been any
captain of your own ship.
Yeah. Has there been any opportunity when you had to intervene that, you know, it was happening in your presence, or you got to know and that other person was also indulging in the bullying? Was someone known to you, and did you have...
One of my, I
to that
very
person
recently, one of my kids
lay
was the
off?
bully. One of my kids was the bully.
Okay.
And I had to call out that behavior
Correct.
also. Na?
Correct.
You can't
Absolutely.
just be like, mera bachcha hai,
Yeah.
to kuch bhi kare. So I think that even when your child you realize is the bully,
You have
to reprimand. So I just picked up the phone and I said,
Reprimand is the right word, not admonish.
no, not admonish.
You have to reprimand.
These words, you need to sit with a vocabulary.
No.
But you know, when you reprimand someone, you're telling them why this behavior is wrong. Because if it was to be done to you,
You won't
so
like
you
it.
have to be empathetic, you know. And so till people don't sympathize, there is a difference between sympathy and empathy. And I think that you have to be empathetic and understand and put yourself in the person who's being bullied in their shoes.
True.
So I'm like, the whole society does this to you and you go and do this to the next person. How are you different from these people?
Okay. Have you ever not told me something to protect me? Is there something that you're not telling me, or have you not told me because you're worried that you know, I could be exposed or something like that? So to protect me, are you hiding something about yourself? Obviously.
Does it look like that?
Great.
I mean,
That's the shortest answer in the whole session.
I am an open
Yeah,
book, like
yeah.
literally. So you know everything, yeah. Like we
but,
know it.
No, but even
yeah.
then, there could be something that you're not, you haven't told me because you're worried that, oh my God, Dad will feel very, very bad about it or something.
No, not bad about it. Maybe I'm kind of seeing someone.
Great.
No, they're not used
That's
to.
news.
Yeah, I'm kind of seeing
You're seeing
someone.
someone. Lovely.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Thank you. Not scared of you. I mean, he should, but be little strict, huh? Don't be this spooky. Don't be so cute in front of him. Yeah? Put like a, you know, put you and Karan sit when he comes home.
Poor guy. I mean, I'm not that type. Yeah.
And don't be
create that
nice.
image.
Huh?
Don't create that image. I'm
Now
not that.
everyone's watching, huh? And he'll also see this reel, please. But be little strict, nah? Little, not strict as in, I don't know how you say this. Be a little more, I think, not so chilled out. You're damn chilled out, Dad. You're very chilled
It's
out.
your life, yeah.
What type of partner do you see me with? Like, what do you envision for me in a partner if you had to choose and do my arranged setting? What would you see?
First is someone whom you love to death kind of thing, and you're very confident you want to spend the rest of your life with that person. That's the first thing. If that is out of the way, then like every other parent, tall, dark, handsome. I'm just joking.
Hey, no, correct. Don't jinx it. It's correct.
Mills and Boone.
Correct.
Ideal
Tall,
kind
dark
of-
and handsome only. Like Rani Mukherjee in Ayya said, मुझे गोरे नहीं काले लोग पसंद है.
If I can see something this, I will definitely want. If I come to know that the person is a gold digger or something, and if I get to know, I'll do my own little inquiry. But otherwise, see, how many years more will we be around here? It's your life,
No,
and
please be
your
around.
decision we respect and we'll celebrate. You know that.
Yes. All right.
There's no particular this. I think it's basically a meeting of two hearts and the ability to believe that you both will spend the rest of your lives together.
This is the reference video now for whatever.
That's what it is.
It's beautiful.
कभी भी ऐसा कोई incident रहा है when I disappointed you as a father, and how can I be a better father to you? Do you recall any incident? Don't tell me swimming incidents when I didn't speak enough about you, when you broke a record or you didn't break a record or you won. Because that is me. I mean, you need to hold back when you're talking about your children. You can't, I mean, it's something that you shouldn't do. But
please listen to this. Na?
That apart.
So many industries need to listen to this.
कभी भी कोई
with their
incident
bottom of the
रहा है
barrel
when I disappointed
kids.
you as a father. There could be many which I may not know. I may not see it. It requires
No, I
someone,
don't think so.
A child like you will have to say that this is where you actually failed me. How can I be, and how do you think I can be a better dad to you?
I don't think, I'm going to say this because I don't think you can be a better dad than what you already are.
Why? There is scope for improvement in everything and every.
Is
I'm not debating with
now,
you.
that's what I'm saying. But I have never seen. Now, you have become the parameter and the model or the, the blueprint for what a father should be. And
But
I would not
there could be something when in your growing years, maybe.
No.
Should I have pursued? Like, for example, I'm wondering, I'm asking myself.
You bought me
should I have
whatever I
persuaded?
wanted.
Should I have, when you let go of swimming?
On my birthdays.
On one fine day, you just said, I'm not.
Why are you referring to swimming? When I don't give so much of a damn about
it was for me an unfulfilled dream. I thought because you had so much talent, and then suddenly one fine day you give up and
yeah,
again
because
came
of the
back after 5
politics.
years.
But I told you that. I still think I'll still hold it. We agree to disagree on this for whatever reason. But I still think there was a lot of politics, and I didn't have the time. I was too pretty for it.
You come first or second, you're in.
I know that, but I was too pretty for this, and then there was too many.
Maybe
It was not.
I should have persuaded you.
No, don't. Should we not open the can of worms? No. Even though we touched first and all that, there have been times where we've been like, but he's Pradeep's child. So no, it's error of judgment. You have to be clinically blind if you touched first and then they're giving you third. No. So that politics. Let's finish it at politics. And your colleagues were quite big D-heads. And I would say that to them also. But it was not your fault.
No.
Yeah, it was never your fault. But so
swimming,
I think it is your guilty conscience coming out, but I didn't care. I still won individual championships. I was at one point the fastest swimmer in the city.
Should I have pushed you a little more?
No, I would have pushed myself off a cliff. There was no need to push me anywhere. The first time you pushed me inside the pool.
Because a lot of people wonder, though being a swimming administrator, I didn't maybe...
I have so many. No, Dad, I'm telling you.
I was never in a race with any other parent. You know how I was.
I was always also never in a race with any of my contenders because there was a time where they were not in a race with me.
Having a lot of sleepovers, Sagar,
yeah, we were all friends.
Yaar son and all that. All of you were very good friends.
Krishi and all. But my thing is, we were not, Dad, I'm saying, why are you taking the load?
No, I'm just wondering.
I loved my swimming days. I just thought that I used to go to swim because it made me tougher. It gave me abs. It gave me great skin. It exfoliated my skin very well, the chlorine in the water. And I have, till today, gorgeous shoulders, a lovely waist, lovely legs that I can kick anybody's bum with. And if need be.
I'm listening.
And yes, and I have great cardiovascular health. So for that, I thank swimming. Apart from that, it's what it is. I didn't ever hold any grudge, but I just thought that I was so confused. Like, you want me to come, but do you not want me to win? That was a little confusing to me. But then I just thought that, you're just too stressed with the competition in itself. So I gave you the benefit of doubt. I think every day you teach me something that I would never have uncovered. But just by you being present, by you being in our lives and being invested in our lives, having conversations like these, I just think it's the most beautiful thing. Swimming is very visceral. It is, for you, I know, and I maybe think that it is a generational thing which came from your father as a sports person. He wanted you to achieve, and then maybe you wanted that. Are you upset that?
No, never.
Are you upset? It's okay if you are. I still have the medals. अगला सवाल 1.5 लाख रुपए के लिए जो आप ही मुझे देंगे.
करोड़ के नीचे मैं आंसर नहीं करता है.
Oh, okay. ऐसा कभी भी कोई moment रहा है in your journey of raising me where you thought, हाँ, I think I've done a good job, and you know ये और inversely कैसे बच्चे को पैदा कर दिया?
Second to no chance. I've never thought that way.
Cute.
First one, yeah, I think I've raised you pretty well. Maybe someone could say that he could have raised better, but I think I've tried to do my best. I always try to do my best. Well, again, I'm coming back to swimming. Don't get agitated. Is when you
I've not.
decided to quit, whether I should have put little more, use my powers of persuasion to get you. But
Wouldn't
that
have
apart.
helped.
No, I'm just saying that apart.
You tried to persuade me during water polo. It didn't.
I didn't. Even water polo did not excite you. I didn't push you.
You didn't.
You know that.
No, never.
So I think I've done a reasonably good job of raising you, and I have not dictated the course that you chose, because
Yes.
this is the path, and I'm so proud of both of you. I'll be very honest. Every performance, especially singing or any public appearance that she makes, is something that I'm extremely proud of her. So I say to myself, oh, wow, that's my child. That's Rani Kohenur, that's Sushi. We are so proud of her. That happens every time. Even now, so my job when I go for her performances, even now to date, other than actually enjoying, is looking at reactions of people around. Especially in a song where she, that is her now USP, starts in a kind of male voice, Jaane Jahan, for example, or there are so many other songs, and then suddenly hits the falsetto, and the wow that comes out, no? What? And I saw it even during Saregama when all the four judges were wondering, is it her only? I mean, what are we listening to that way? So that wow factor that she evokes when she sings, every time she sings, is something that I say, wow, that's my child. She's a performer par excellence. And so every performance of hers is, for me, a wow factor. And like, I'm an observer.
Thanks.
You have another question?
I do. How can I be a better child to you?
You're an excellent child. And this is not you scratch my back, I scratch your back. Maybe you can plant a few more kisses when I'm asleep.
So cute. There are moments in life when we all feel a little low or out of sync. But what makes it better is that there's always someone who gets us. A friend, a colleague, or even a stranger at times. It's like having your we. And today that someone has a question for us.
Wow. Let's find out.
Hi Sushi!
Hey!
I have a question for you and a very relevant one. I think a lot of people are going to relate to this. So when I see you and whenever we hang out together, you exude so much confidence, and that is beautiful about you. Like, your entire aura is just confidence. You know what I mean? But just like me, I'm pretty sure you have low days as well. So how do you take a break then? And also, who's that one person you go to just lighten up the mood?
I think lifts me up. And yes, I take a break. So when I do take a break, I tell...
Metaphorically, now physically you can't lift you.
Yeah, quite impossible. But I think when I take a break, you also know this, that I just shut off from everything. Because I need like a complete detox. You know this. We both are like that. And I think it just helps me to rejuvenate and then come back fresher. And people that lift me up is here and...
Thank you.
and my mom. Yeah, and my niece. My niece just has to be around me. I think she just tails me everywhere. And yeah, then when I'm like, I think also when I want to try a new look, or if I'm like stressed and all that, then she's my model also. She knows this because her brothers were also like this.
Okay.
So Malvika has been we've been best friends since before we were legal age, so that's long back. But you've been there since when to now, and I just want to say that all of us, like whenever we have crisis, we just call each other and we just land up sometimes at each other's house. And now that you're in Bandra, in the east, but still you're in Bandra, we should meet most often now. I love you and thank you. Thank you for everything.
Hi, Uncle. I've heard so much about you. You are an inspiration, firstly. And I know how proud you are of Sushant, like we all are. I think he is such an inspiration to so many young people around the world. But I'm sure Sushant has had some lonely days. So, what I want to know is how do you stay connected to him during those lonely days? And how do you help him regain that confidence? So, I'm sure we all want to know. Bye.
On the days she is feeling lonely, I think those days are very rare. Not very often does she let me know that she's feeling lonely or something, because she's very, very frank and open. I think if she needs to just hug me also, she just comes across. She's not very far from where we live. It's less than a 5-minute drive. I've seen that happening ever so often ever since she started living all by herself. So she just sometimes feels that she needs to spend a couple of hours with us. She comes, so a warm hug is what is the magic potion, if you please. I think the best thing is to let her be, and if she requires my help or assistance, she knows that I'm always there. I have her back.
Thank you. Okay, say bye, Dad.
Bye. See you.
How did this conversation make you feel?
How did it make me feel? I love it. I think that I always have a blast. It's always a learning curve for me to just be in the presence of my father and just listen to him, because this is an institution in himself. And still very, very rooted in culture and our as a family, the values that they've inculcated, and I think that has been intergenerational, and that's a gift. That's the heirloom. I think the values and the when people say that you've been conditioned to be a certain way, I think we've just been conditioned to be unconditionally supportive of one another. And I think that for that I thank you eternally. I don't think I can thank you enough. मैं कहती रहती हूँ इतनी खुश नसीब किसकी ज़िंदगी होती है कि दोनों पेरेंट्स आपके ज़िंदा हैं और इतना आपको सेलिब्रेट करते हैं और आपके साथ हैं, आप उनके साथ सब कुछ शेयर कर सकते हैं. I don't think many people are as lucky as I am, and for that I just want to thank you, and I want to say I love you.
I love you too, and you're very kind, very generous, and I love you even more.
So if you've enjoyed this conversation, please share it. Don't be a conjuice. Share it with your friends. Don't be a miser. Share it with everyone in the neighborhood. Share it in the neighboring districts. Share it everywhere on your WhatsApp groups, on Instagram, on your social media. Share it with everyone.
Couldn't agree more, क्योंकि बात करने से ही बात बनेगी. That's when I bring you into this world, I have certain responsibilities. I can't just say I've raised you to 18, now go fend for yourself. I don't belong to that class of parents. I think the bond has got to be inextricable, and if anything, it only grows stronger. But on parenting an LGBTQI kid and all, I think it has to come from here. It has to come from here, it has to come from here, but mainly from the heart, yeah.